Okay, so here's a chart of Bitcoin with a little bit of a longer term time frame. So I have put here the Elliott wave count for cycle level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is way up there. And what looks like to be probably the subwaves of that cycle level. So these are these these will be the primary level waves. So I'm really concerned more on that about the cycle level. So 1, 2, 3, and we are looking for 4. Where is that bottom in 4? Now here in this chart, how it's fallen so far would be within the realm of just there within the realm of wave 4 pricing. Okay, so it could qualify as the bottom of wave 4. So that, however, note that this is a linear chart. When I convert it to a logarithmic chart, and have the same count, there you go, in place, the amount of travel, the retrace, it has done from a form and fit point of view, and the distance traveled from a visual graphics point of view seems pretty minimal. That's why if we traveled further down, the form and the fit of it, at least from a logarithmic scale, it'll fit. It would be seem more proper. And from there it can scream up. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And keeping an outlook. Having a cycle level wave 4 here seems overly minimal. If we go back to the linear, the retrace seems visually deep enough and suffice. This is why I had indicated the first stop point at around 3,000 and the second point somewhere between 2,600 and 2,000, which is well within the realm of the prior wave 4. This is barely into the wave 4 price region. Now, let's go back to the 1 hour chart. If we are going to call this wave 4, then this has to become very impulsive very quickly. And what I'm seeing right now just looks too three-wave-ish, like an ABC. We all know that ABCs are a simple bounce, a retracement, a correction. And after an ABC, the primary trend resumes. So if this was WXY and this was wave 4, okay. One thing I'm noticing also, as I had indicated earlier, this needs to be breached very quickly at around 4,200 or so, 4,227. If prices can breach this, then we'll have even more confidence of the bullish call that this is actually wave 1, 2, 3 going on. Okay. We know already prices have exceeded the first resistance. Initially, I wanted a higher high. I got it. Then it breached the first resistance. I got it. Now I like to see it breach the next resistance here. And even despite all that, I'm just seeing a 1, 2, 3 right now. ABC. It looks too ABC-ish. Like that. And I think once it does hit this line, it may get seriously and vigorously possibly repelled. And if that's the case, what I'm looking at also is this format. And we all know what this is about. So the apex is right here. So let's say prices do breach this, and you say, oh, everything's all set, nothing but blue skies from now on. Well, in this wedge, which is upward pointing and therefore bearish potential, has an apex right above this resistance line. It could be a potential fake out as well. But usually it'll be rare for prices to go right up to the apex because the pressure as it gets closer, it's like a pressure cooker, gets too high and it has to be relieved. Pressure has to be released. So this wedge looking pattern is something I'm looking at very closely. So this is what I'm doing. Of the 7 rungs I have filled, half of it I have on a close trailing stop in a ladder format, just in case this turns out to be correct on a potential bearish call. In other words, you may want to take some off the table until we get a definitive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this no longer therefore looks like our ABC counter trend correction. This just bothers me, the ABC style the price pattern is taking. And this too, like I showed earlier in I think in Dash, is taking an expanding form. And here's the thing. ABC ABC, so here's an A. ABC, here's a B. ABC, D. ABC, E. I'm sorry. A, B, C, D, and E. And that E could easily land us in the range of 26 to 2000. Okay? You're hearing some kitchen noises in the back. Please excuse that. It's the best location I can get. So this is a bit concerning. A, B, C, D, E. And here's the thing. A, B, C, D, E types are highly befitting of wave 4 types, which is here. And this going down to the 2000-ish level, 2600 to 2000, probably lower 2000, will satisfy the earlier logarithmic reach of the retrace. It wouldn't look minimal anymore. So I have a feeling that overnight it may potentially pierce, probably not, it'll touch the blue resistance line and it will get repelled and E will be ensued. The onset of the E might be taking place overnight. If this projection is correct, the news or event will arrive to justify the forecast. And whatever, maybe China might be it again. Maybe someone will get hacked. Maybe an exchange will fall. And like McAfee had been scaremongering a lot of people, Bitcoin wallets will be hacked all instantaneously at the same time when no one's expecting it. That's possible. The fact of the matter is I don't know what event or news will cause this. But this is looking more and more probable. So right now, I'm about 50-50. 50% still to the bullish primary count I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50% that this is an A, B, C, D. That D is completing right now. And E will take place. I'm not certain. It's a bit of a indecision point. And when doing this indecision types of moments, you play with tight trailing stops. You want to protect your profits. In this case, when the damage could be so severe. And if this comes to fruition, we will be building delicious ladders for re-entry around this point. So the key is what happens overnight tonight. It may take another day. I don't know. But in looking at this upward pointing wedge, there's not much time left from where we are right now to the apex point. The apex point is where the two lines intersect. That is the apex. And the apex usually falls below the point of its origin, which is here. And that makes it classic termination point for the E wave. I hope this gives you some food for thought. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please do make them.